Good afternoon and welcome back to Enguru. So I know everybody would be busy with Diwali coming up on Monday, but I hope that you have time to attend this session and understand a little bit more about interview questions. So, my name is Zenia. I'm a teacher with Enguru, and Enguru is a spoken English platform that enables you to speak in English confidently. We run classes 16 hours a day, 365 days a year. That means on Diwali Eve, if you want to learn English with us, you don't have to worry if it's a holiday. We would be online for you till 11:50 in the night. Okay, so we start at 8 a.m. and we finish at 11:50 every single day. Coming to the topic is interview questions. Now, very important, interesting fact rather is did you know an interviewer forms an impression about you in the first 20 seconds when you enter? So by the time you decide to enter the room, you're mopping the sweat off your forehead, or you're settling your hair, or you're doing something, especially when the time we are entering, some of us have this habit of fidgeting. We keep fidgeting, so by then, your interviewer has already formed an impression about you, and hence, it is so important that interview questions are one part of it, how you tackle them. What is very important is how and in what posture, in what body language, or what is your attitude when you enter the room. So, best is to be confident because it's your interview and you have come to this interview only because you want this job. So the choice of being unsure, the choice of being low in confidence will not really work in your favor. Hence, it is best if you walk in feeling confident, not overconfident, not feeling like, wow, this job is for me and I'm going to get this job. But just know that I have come for an interview. I have two choices. Either I clear it, get a job, walk out with an offer letter, or I remain confused, I remain low in confidence, and I mess up. So please make the right choice. Hi, Alavuddin. Good afternoon. So now, when we go for an interview, like the people, those of you going to be watching this session, you could be at different levels. You could be at the beginning of your career, you could be in the mid management level, you could be at a high interview management level. Depending on which level you get interviewed, the questions in the initial phase that we call as the HR sorting round, where we kind of decide whether you are suitable for this role or not, they more or less remain the same. So the common questions that is asked, the first and most common question is introduce yourself. When it comes to introduction, some of us, not you, sorry, some of us start like, good afternoon, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. Honestly speaking, I don't think that's really needed. I mean, you don't need to thank them. You are here because of your job. So you could just start with something that's what we call as mannerism, being over a little too much. You don't need to do that. You could just say, good afternoon. My name is Sheikh Alavuddin. I am from Hyderabad. I'm a graduate, and my hobbies are so and so. So, your introduction has to be very crisp, concise, and precise. Not too much information. Avoid fillers. End of the day, the person who's taking your interview is a human being like you and me, and it's an interview is basically a chat session with someone. So if you take the burden on your head, oh my god, that's an interview, you're going to mess up. So calm down, relax. Okay, just take a deep breath and say, hi, my name is Zenia. I'm from Bangalore. I have this many years of experience, or I have just graduated. My hobbies are, that's it. Now, when you introduce yourself, please avoid talking about your family, about your mother, father, sister, brother. I did my 10th, I did my nursery, I did my kindergarten. You don't really need to say all that. Just talk about your highest qualification. I've done my BTech in BTech in mechanical engineering. I'm a commerce graduate. I graduated with science in the science stream. So very clear and precise. I hope everybody is okay. Those of you logging in, you can say hi to me on the chat box. That would be great. And since this is an interview related questions, if you have any questions, feel free to put it down. I'd be happy to answer that for you. So that's the first thing, introduction. So the moment you walk in, Remain confident, have a very calm, you know, thing about you. Don't have this hassled, this low confidence look. Look confident, look not overconfident. Introduce yourself in very simple language. Do not use complicated words, which somebody you probably trying to learn from a book, and when you come to the interview, you mess up. So use simple. My name is, I am. I live in, I am from. Don't say I belong to or I'm coming from. Don't say myself so and so. My good name is so and so. These are all incorrect English. They've just been tagging along with us for many years together. And it's time that we, rub it off and say, hey, stay back. So, introduction, I am. My name is, I am from, I live in. That's it. I am a commerce graduate. I am a science graduate. I have specialized in psychology in my graduate level. So make it as simple as possible. Then comes hobbies. Now, whatever hobbies you talk about, make sure that you have actually done it. A lot of people I know who go on Google and type common hobbies. Reading books. I'll talk about reading books. You never know, the interview may ask you, tell me about the last book you read. Sir, the last book I read was about accounting. Finish. Talk about things that you really do. If you enjoy cricket, say I enjoy cricket. If you enjoy doing nothing, say I don't have a specific hobby, but I just like to, spend time doing nothing special. That's all right. That's because what is a hobby? Hobby, I mean, we will be covering this in one of the session. A hobby is basically something we do to relax our mind when we are already working. A hobby cannot be a burden for you. A hobby cannot be something forcefully done. It is a pleasure activity. So you could say, I like doing nothing. I just like to spend my time like that's okay. It doesn't qualify you as a lazy person or anything. So if you talk about music, you should be able to talk about it. Like, I like this kind of music. This is my favorite singer. If you talk about cricket, then you should be able to say that, okay, Rohit Sharma or Virat, and then Roger Benny getting selected as the BCCI head. So many things. If you talk about books, even if it's Indian authors, that's fine. I like Chetan Bhagat because I can relate to the books he writes. So make sure that your hobbies are something that you know you have done it. If you say my hobbies are gardening, and then I ask you, all right, tell me the difference between a succulent and a cactus, and you're like, both are plants. Yeah, both are plants, but there is a difference. So have adequate information, or know or talk about things that you already do or you know. Okay. Then comes your strengths and weakness. I think in one of the sessions we've already covered this strengths and weakness. This is primarily a question which is asked by the interviewer to understand you as a person. So, if strengths, of course, we all say I'm honest, hardworking, dedicated, punctual, focused. Hi, Rose. Good afternoon. Um, Driven. I'm goal driven. I'm passionate as a leader. I'm a good team player. So many goal strengths we can talk about. But when it comes to weakness, be mindful of what you want to speak. If I say, I'm a short-tempered person. Oh. Then your interviewer may think twice before taking you in because you're a short-tempered person. So it's not that you don't have to be honest about it. Be honest. However, put it across in the right way. For example, you could say, I'm working on my temper issues. Okay. I'm working on being more punctual. I'm working on my time management skills. I'm working on my emotional balance. You don't want to say directly that I'm bad with time management and I'm bad with this. Don't put yourself in the negative light, because it's your interview, it is your story, it is your life, and the other person will only get to know what you tell them. Okay, if you tell them that I am a lazy person, that's what he will understand. But if you tell them I'm working better on improvising my day or utilizing my day effectively, so that gives hope to the interviewer that this guy is working. He wants to do good something about his time. So be very cautious when you talk about your strengths and weakness. If you haven't watched that video till now, go ahead, it's available on the YouTube channel. The next question, a tricky question, which a lot of fresher, people who are just fresh graduates, they get confused is, even I think people with experience get confused, is 5 year plan. What is your plan for the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Or some people may ask you, what are your short term and long term goals? Now, first and foremost, we need to define what is a short term goal, what is a long term goal. And remember, always remember, your interviewer will believe what you say. So you have a choice. You can, since we are doing these questions today, you can think about it and decide, what you want to tell them. Okay, so Rose is asking, yeah, ma'am, yes, Rose, thank you so much for asking. I'm doing good. And no, I'm not dull. I'm completely energetic. And Diwali plans? No, no plans as such. I like to rest at home and have a quiet time with my family. I hope the same with you. Thank you. Okay, so now comes the 5 year plan. Short term goals. Technically, a short term goal is something you want to accomplish from now, maybe till the next max 1 year or maybe 6 months. Okay. For example, my short term goals are, I want to lose weight. My short term goals are, I want to I want to manage my time better. My short term goal is I want to buy, not something very expensive, maybe buy a new phone or buy a new laptop or something like that. Okay, long term goal is usually from now to the next 5 years. Like a long term goal can be buying a house, getting married, um, getting to the next level, so many ways. Now, why should an interviewer ask you about your plans? Not because they are interested in your life. They want to understand, are you ambitious? Are you someone who's going to stay with the company? Are you somebody who is focused and growing in your career? That is the reason they ask you. Like, I think recently one of my students was asked, in the next 5 years, you are going to get married. Will you still continue working after marriage? Honestly, you should not be asked this, but if somebody has asked you, you can always say, sure, why not? Okay, so be careful, start thinking. Those of you in the interview phase, job seekers, start thinking, what do I really want to do? So you could answer like, in the next 5 years, I want to be at a managerial position. In the next 5 years, I would like to be in a decision making position. In the next 5 years, I would like to see myself going to the next level. Okay, so have adequate answers that don't put you in, in bad place. They didn't put you in bad light, like, oh, this person is not ambitious enough, or this person is not really sure. Some people tell me, I haven't really thought. It's okay, you haven't thought, but you can, right? Especially when you're going for an interview and the other person is interested to know, what are your plans? Are you like going to work for 6 months and say, hey, I'm done, I don't want to work anymore? Remember one thing, most of you probably don't know, our company invests money when you join in, especially for people who are fresh graduates. They are investing money in you to train you, to teach you, to do so many things. And if you leave in the first 6 months, the company loses money for sure. So be careful of how you want to frame this answer. What are your 5 year plans? Easy answer is, in the next 5 years, I want to be ready for the next role. I want to be in a decision making position. I want to be handling a team. I wish to be a team leader. In the next 5 years, I want to grow up as an individual, more learnings, and of course, a better salary. So, different ways of handling this. You can choose which one you want. All right, I hope everybody's okay. So, till now, we have covered three things. One, the first 20 seconds of the interview are very critical for you. It helps, that's the time the interviewer forms an impression about you. Second thing, introduction. When you introduce yourself, please be confident. It's like talking to someone. Do not use fillers. Do not talk about your 10th, 12th, kindergarten, class 10, class 5, all of that. No. Do not talk about your parents, your family. You don't need to do that. You can talk about your highest qualification, your name, where are you from, and your hobbies. That's it. When it comes to hobbies, be sure of what you're going to talk about. Don't, talk about things that you're not familiar with. Hmm? Okay. Then we spoke about strengths and weakness. Do not say, I am bad at this, I am bad at that. Put yourself on the positive side. Say, I'm working on this, I can be better at this. Okay, I am improving on this. Then we did 5-year plan, short term and long term goals. After this session, maybe you could just take a pen and paper and write down, what do I really want to achieve? And trust me, this is something a lot of people do and it really works. I know personally, I know friends who've written down their goals and they put it on a paper and they keep it, on the cupboard. So they keep looking at it and they know, okay, this is what I need to achieve. And they set deadlines. That's okay. So that is something you can do, and it's easy to do. It's a daily reminder, because sometimes when you keep it in our mind, you may forget, you may get distracted. Oh yeah, yes. Go ahead, Rose. Please put your doubt over here. I will respond to it. Then another question that comes up, and remember, these questions can be face to face, they can also be online. Now, sorry, I should have spoken about it earlier, but when you face an online interview, make sure that you sit straight. You have a plain background, no, clothes, Almira, cupboards, and children, nothing. It should preferably a plain background. Sit up straight, be well dressed, so that, because in the interview only this much, like till your shoulders can be seen. So be well dressed, presentable, not well dressed, but be presentable, and have good internet connectivity, enough lighting. If I put the light off, then I may not be so visible. So have enough lighting in your room, and that's how you do it. uh, Next question could be, why do you want to work here? Good question. Why should I work here? Now, don't go about praising, sir, this is the best company of the world. I really, no, avoid it. Because the moment you start things like that, people will know, "Oh, okay, he's trying to, impress me." No, don't need to do that. You should have enough reasons why you want to work in that company. Maybe it is employee friendly, maybe it has great work culture, maybe it gives you enough opportunity to grow. It's a company that has a nurturing work culture. It is an organization where there is fun at work. So this is where you do your research. Okay, before going for any interview, before you start preparing for these common questions, first and foremost, do research. For example, you're going for Cognizant, or you're going for TCS, or you're going for Amazon, or Go Basket, or what is it? Milk Basket, Go Basket, or Blinkit, any Swiggy, any organization you go for. Don't go because you have to go. Research, do your homework. And trust me, when you do your research and go, you are more confident and it'll show on your face. So you could say, like, I like to work here because I have done my research and I have found that this is an organization which has fun at work. It is employee centric. It has a nurturing environment. Now, when you use words like this, the interviewer will know you have done your homework. Okay, but if you just use words like, "Oh, this is a very good company, sir, I want to work over here." What is good? You're going in for an interview. You're not here to praise somebody or please someone. So have your facts ready. And with a smartphone now on your hand, it's not really a big thing, researching about your company. Just go on Google and say, reviews about Cognizant, reviews about Amazon, reviews about IBM. You can read so much. And now don't start with the history. Sir, IBM was founded in so and so year, and the first president of the company was this, the first CEO was this. Oh no, they don't want that. You should know why. Why should you work here? Why not company A and why company B? So have your research done. Write it down on a piece of paper, read through it before you go for the interview. It is important for an interviewer to know you have researched, you have done your homework before you came here, and you are not just trying to fool someone. Okay, so this is very important. The next question, common question again, why should we hire you? Because I'm the best? Because there's no one else like me? Because I'm intelligent? Oh, come on. There are so many. India's a country filled with intelligent, energetic young people. That cannot be a reason for you to get hired. And now, when you say I am the best, you could be smelling of Arrogance. Okay, so don't do that. This question, why should we hire you, is very closely related with your strengths and weakness. For example, I have my strength is I have eye for detail. That means I look into everything into detail. Or my strength is I'm dedicated. But my weakness is um, I can't handle sarcasm, for example. So, in that case, why should we hire you? I believe now here. So, the previous question, why should you work here? You use a strong word like research. I have researched. When you talk about why should we hire you, here you can use the word believe. Believe is a very strong, very powerful word. I it shows your confidence. Don't become overconfident. Please mark my words. It shows your confidence. I believe I have the qualities that will help me excel in the job I do. You're talking about yourself. You're not talking about, don't say, ma'am, sir, if I join here, this company will make a lot of profit. Oh, no, that's such a wrong answer. No, you think the company was waiting for you to come and join and then we will make profit? Somebody can be nasty as that. So you say, I believe I have the right qualities which, with training I can be a better person, I can be a better employee, and as I learn and grow with this company, we will be mutually beneficial for each of us, for each other. So give reasons, show how are you different, talk about your strengths. So sir, that I have just graduated and I don't have experience, but sir, I am a quick learner. When you put me into training, I will really pick up things fast. I will not give you a chance to complain. Okay. Sir, I have 3 years of experience, and in the last 3 years, I have already excelled at the work that I have done. I've always been an achiever. I want to bring this talent of mine to this organization. Sell yourself. Basically, in this question, why should we hire you, is selling yourself. And you got to think highly about yourself. This is where your confidence, if you already walk in with low confidence, then you will not be able to have that aura around you. They say that halo, the halo is this light around your head. You'll not have that wow element about you. So when you walk in, your confidence can actually help you clear so many hurdles, which you probably don't even think of right now. But every answer is interlinked with your confidence, with your strength, with your weakness. So don't let that down. All right. So far we've done the common questions of introduction, hobbies, strengths and weakness, 5-year plans that includes long-term and short-term goals. And then we've also done why should you work here? Now, why should you work here? You use a powerful word like I've done my research and found da 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 da. Why should we hire you? I believe this. A, a very common question, a very common way of evaluating someone is how good are you at stress handling? Now, if you look around, a lot of people these days are, having anxiety attacks, panic attacks. They have stress management issues. So, if somebody will ask you that, how good are you at stress management? Don't say I'm the best, because you may not be the best. You could say, well, sir, stress is a part of our life, and we all deal with it at different levels. And as we grow older, we become better at it. So I'm sure I can handle it. Okay. Basically, they don't want to know about your personal life. What they want to know and what they want to understand is how good are you as an employee, how well can you speak. And those who come as fresh candidates, with no experience, zero experience, the tendency to ask overpowering questions is more, because they kind of want to check how confident you are. People who come with experience, like 3 years plus, 2 years plus, they already have been through it, so they don't find it so difficult. If they ask you technical questions, you need to be prepared. Like those of you are from accountancy or HR or maybe training, quality, operations background, you need to have enough data. You need to be able to, justify what you're saying. So an interview is basically a way of judging a person's ability, not really work related ability, but ability to talk to a stranger, ability to handle talk a situation where you have to talk all about yourself. Don't go overboard in praising yourself, and neither undersell yourself. Overconfidence, low confidence, both are equally harmful. Just have that just about enough confidence to make you sail through the interview. Another very common question that is often asked is, what is your salary expectation? Now, if I'm fresh out of college and I say, sir, I want 35,000 per month. Yeah, there are companies that offer you 35,000 rupees per month as a fresh candidate. However, this is where research plays a very important role. When you quote an unrealistic salary um, amount, when you quote that amount, then it shows you have not done your homework. They know that you are just trying your luck. So if you do effective good research, a sound research on the company that you're going for, the roles they have, the salaries range, the work environment, how long have they been here, it helps you, and it helps the interviewer as well. There is less chances of bluffing. Let me use that word. Don't bluff in an interview because it can backfire terribly. So I hope these questions are going to be helpful. The secret to clearing an interview has always been confidence. I have experienced that in my own interviews. I have experienced that in my tenure as a recruiter when I was working for many different companies, and in almost hmm, I was into recruitment for almost 10 years, so I understand that part. But I have always seen when you walk in confidently and when you make up your mind, like I said at the beginning of the session, you have two choices: lose your confidence, lose the job. Be confident, get the job. You can't control the mindset of the interviewer, but you can control your own mindset. So of course everything else comes along with it: the way you dress up, the way you carry yourself, the way you enter the room. If you're somebody who feels nervous and you get sweaty palms, then don't shake hand, please. Just say a hi and sit down. If you're somebody who has a habit of chewing nails when you get nervous, please don't chew nails while you're at the interview. Avoid using the cell phone. So many small things that you can do while you are sitting for that interview, and these questions will be asked for sure. So salary negotiations, asking for salary, what is your salary expectation? Give a realistic amount. Don't say, you know something that's just because I want to see it. So technically that is where your research, effective research, comes in. Also, um, when you're talking about your goals, or any long term or short term, avoid talking about your personal goals, that in 5 years I want to buy a bike. That's not their, they are not really interested in that. They are interested in your professional growth, not your personal growth. So these are a few things that you got to be mindful about. And of course, if you want to know more about it, if you want to enhance your communication skills for an interview, if you want to prepare for an interview, you know that we have personal classes in Enguru where I am one of the teachers. I can have a personal session with you and I can teach you how to be prepared for interviews. So Enguru has premium classes, standard classes, and personal classes. So you can choose the variety of classes you want, and every failure is an opportunity to excel the next time. So if you have not been able to clear an interview till now, no problem. There's always an opportunity waiting where you can be better. Don't miss out that one. So thank you very much. I hope this session has been helpful. Please share your comments on, if you want a specific topic for us to be covered, share with us in the comment section. If you have any feedback for this one, share that as well. Keep writing to us. You can follow us on Instagram, on YouTube. And of course, if you're interested for a free demo class, please download the Enguru app from the Google Play Store and you can get free demo classes to understand how our classes happen. So it was wonderful being here today, and I wish all of you the best. Go to an interview with a clear mindset, what you want. Because the first 20 seconds, wow, Faliha says I enjoyed. Thank you, Faliha. The first 20 seconds are the breaking or the making point for you. Don't miss out that one. All right. So thank you very much and take care. Happy Diwali, all of you in advance. See you soon.